I was so disappointed in the economic stimulus plan because it failed to recognize that the best economic stimulus is a good job at a good wage. And that's what provides for our communities, and that's what stability is about.
Thank you, Mr. Tinklenberg. Mr. Olson now?
Could you repeat the question?
Oh, all right. Would you speak to the impact of offshoring industry and manufacturing on our national security and economy?
Well, it's very, very important that we create a level playing field for our workers and our industry. We need to enforce existing rules that prohibit import of materials that have violated certain rules, and we need to create additional rules. We are buying products created by child labor. We're buying products that involve just substantial pollution in their manufacture, and we need to protect also, I agree with Ellen Tinklenberg, the safety of the products that are taken. I'm going to take a great risk, a huge risk. Ellen Tinklenberg asked me to comment on why he received the endorsement of Betty McCullough. I had a conversation with Betty, and I respect that. She is great. I had a conversation with her. I asked her, what should I do about the pressures on me to talk about Ellen Tinklenberg's promoting the use of taconite tailings on our roads and bridges and highways and streets. And she suggested maybe I talk to Jim Oberstar, maybe I look at some of the university studies on this. And we discussed it. She discussed it with her staff. I discussed it with my staff that leaked out the flags. I didn't know that it went on the flag. Her campaign manager called me up. I said, I don't know about this, and he was irate. He said, as a result of this, Betty's going to, because this got out there, Betty's going to endorse Ellen Tinklenberg. And I responded saying, if I were Congressman Ellen, I would be far more concerned about the safety issues of putting potentially lethal taconite tailings on the streets of our cities and on our roads and bridges. I took a great risk right there, but I think it's important.
Thank you, Mr. Olson. Now, this is a personal standards, and I think these are both simple yes or no, because we're running into the close of this question from the audience.
Do I get to respond to this, by the way, the comment about tailings, since it wasn't the question?
1 minute rebuttal, and then your opponent also has 1 minute. How to remember now, because we're trying to maximize our time frame, and we only have a short amount of time now. So 1 minute.
This is an issue that came up in the last campaign. It was something that was made up as a fear issue. It takes a page right out of the kind of things that Bob was talking about the Rove handbook and the Karl Rove handbook in terms of campaigning, which is the kind of fear and fear-mongering that they're so good at. It's disappointing to see it be a part of our campaign. We do work with the University of Minnesota, the Natural Resources Research Institute. And they have done extensive work over a long period of years with the taconite mining industry in northern Minnesota. The materials that we are looking at, and they've asked us to find markets for those materials, which represent an opportunity to do recycling. Any of you who have lived near a quarry, an aggregate quarry, know what an impact they can have. This is an opportunity, and I just wanted to read one comment. No. He raised the issue. You're going to let nothing we have seen in the analytical data relative to taconite materials from the Western Mojave Range, and this is from Larry Zinko, the researcher, the chief researcher from NRI.
Now, Mr. Olson, since there was 1 minute plus about 10 seconds of rebuttal, you have up to that amount of time for rebuttal. 1:23. Okay, you'll give him that much time to stop.
The study that Ellen Tinklenberg describes the taconite tailings as having two myths. One, they're too heavy, too dense to use as a substitute for sand and gravel. The other is that there are health risks. It says it's a myth. I say, when I'm in Congress, I will promote legislation that will say no more taconite